Hey there guys, it has been a couple weeks and I just thought I'm just gonna sit down and before we just get back into our normal videos and homestead videos and vlogging, just kind of update you guys on where we have been, because I feel like in past we have kind of gone off the radar for a couple weeks and I come back and I try to like fill you in a little, but there's still missing holes and things I still have to update you guys on. So I actually got this idea from Angela over at This Gathered Nest. If you guys don't follow her, definitely go follow her. Her family lives a very similar lifestyle to us, but with even more animals, and she's way cooler than me, that's for sure. I think you guys will really love her content if you enjoy ours. You know, but whenever they kind of go missing for a little bit, or if they have a lot going on behind the scenes that they haven't shared yet, she'll kind of do a sit down video like this and she'll just kind of talk about what's been going on. And we've done stuff similar to this in past, but I just thought this time I'm gonna take a note out of Angela's book and do this. So to get you guys up to date. Basically, we are in our house. We have moved in, and I know a lot of people on Instagram have been like, I can't wait to see this vlog. We didn't vlog any of it. We didn't vlog moving into the house. We didn't vlog like packing or even unpacking, and there's a few reasons for that. In short, I think that the simplest explanation is you have to remember that we haven't had our own space in 18 months. We have lived here on the farm for 16 months, living in the main house with my parents, and for the first 6 months it was my parents and my husband's parents and us while their house, my husband's parents' house, was built. And then the 2 months prior to moving here, we lived with Ryan's parents, whether it was living at their house when we moved out, when we were going to close on our home, and then back to our house again. There's a whole story with that. If you guys missed it, we just did a video on that a couple weeks ago of the process of buying the property and moving with 3 families and how that worked. But in short, it's been 18 months since we have had our own space, and really, we couldn't ask for a better relationship with both of our parents. But no matter how good your relationship is with your parents or with anyone, living with someone when you're used to having your own space, especially as a family with 3 kids, it's going to take an emotional or mental toll on anybody. And so we really just have been enjoying this process and not picking up a camera. And I was stressed definitely towards the end of like getting everything packed and hoping we'd get everything done in time. And you know, we were just ready to move into our house, and I didn't want to worry about picking up a camera. It wasn't priority. So basically, that's why we didn't vlog the process. I did do a house tour. Actually today I just got done filming a house tour. I will be, with now moving, starting up my old channel again. So if you guys are interested in minimalism and motherhood, definitely that channel is very geared towards moms. But if that is of interest to you, definitely go check out that channel. That video is probably already up, or it will be up soon over there. So when we moved to North Carolina, we rented for like 6 months, I think, or something like that. I can't even remember. And we built a house. We came in when it was already structurally up. It was just like bare bones. So we got to choose a lot of the finishes and stuff. And at that time, living in North Carolina, neither of our parents lived here yet. They were still back in Illinois. And so we moved basically entirely on our own with the help of 2 families, the Murrays and the Rich Life, or It's Our Life is now their new name. Some of you guys will remember them. They helped us move into our house, and then after like the initial getting everything over, we unpacked everything ourselves, and we got it all unpacked in a weekend. You know, being minimalist, that really helped. Now we have 3 kids, and we could have gotten unpacked in a weekend if we wanted to, but we just took our time, enjoyed having the space to ourselves. We weren't rushing to put everything away every minute, and it was really nice. It's been very nice. So not everything is put away yet. I'm also re-going through things, because I think I talked a little bit I did a video just recently when I talked about us not being vegan anymore on my other channel. I talked about like being minimalist and how a little bit we've kind of gone backwards with that since living with my parents, and feeling like I needed to overcompensate with things for my kids because we had to keep them more busy so that they were quieter, because we had 3 adults working in the house. So I do feel like there's also a lot of stuff that we need to just sift through and get rid of. So I've been just going slowly with it. And it's working, it's fine. We got like the things that we really need to function put away. So like the kitchen is done, beyond like the island keeps getting messy again because we use it to go through boxes and stuff. But you know, we're just enjoying this time and not rushing it. Yesterday was my birthday as well, and Ren, our youngest, actually ended up getting hurt. In all of her 3 years of life, so many years, she has never touched knives. We have taught them obviously about knife safety and that they shouldn't touch knives and things like that, but she's never paid any attention to them. They've been in a drawer. They have like this, it's not a safety cover like in terms of this will keep your kid from getting it off, but it's more meant to like be in the drawer, so if you reach in, you don't cut yourself on it. It's just like a safety cover basically. So our knives have those, and they've been in the drawer for 16 months in the last house, and she's never touched them, never paid attention to them, never cared. She decided that she really wanted fruit snacks, even though I had told her multiple times, no fruit snacks. And that was because it was breakfast time. I was like, I need to make you breakfast. You're not having fruit snacks right now. And I even told her you can have them later. She didn't care about that. This girl loves fruit snacks. And so she decided, I'm gonna get myself a fruit snack from the pantry, and I'm gonna get a knife, and I'm going to try to open the knife. So she didn't even get to opening the fruit snack. She was just trying to pull it out of that cover and ended up slicing her hand open. And it was pretty bad. Like, it wasn't as nearly as bad as it looked, because sorry, like if blood grosses you out, but there was a lot of blood. My husband is a volunteer firefighter at the department here, so we ended up just wrapping her hand up. He wrapped her hand right away and put pressure on it. We didn't even really look at it, just put pressure on it right away. We just went straight to the fire station to meet EMS there. I ended up going in the ambulance with Ren to the hospital, and then Ryan grabbed the van and went there. Like met us there at the hospital. So we didn't actually look at it until we got to the station, and it wasn't nearly as bad as we thought, but definitely she needed 10 stitches. Needless to say, the knives are moving. I don't think she'll ever touch knives again. I'm pretty sure she probably learned her lesson with that, as well as probably both of her siblings, who have always been very respectful of not touching knives. They do not touch anything but butter knives, which they know they can use for certain things. But I'm pretty sure after seeing that happen, they're not going to even think about it. So, you know, life lessons, it happens. But yeah, it was unfortunate, but she is okay. And that's what we're thankful for, is she is all right, and it's not nearly as bad, because it ended up going like from here's where it was the worst, all the way then down to here. So like, you know, little few inches, you know, lower could have been her wrist, which would have been very bad. So she is okay though, and yeah, we think she's learned her lesson though, that we don't get knives. So it was a bit of an eventful first week in our house here. We've only been in for, I don't know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days. We've been in for 5 days, and on the 4th day that happened. In terms of stuff though that you guys have missed, is our chicken coop is almost complete. That is going to be in an upcoming vlog, doing the finishing stuff. Over here on, like to my left over here, is a huge 16 by 10 foot piece of vinyl that we're laying on the ground. So that'll help with just water and liquids, because chickens, you know, chicken poop, making sure that it doesn't get down into that wood and it can be easily cleaned. So we got that from Lowe's last night. We're gonna be finishing that up. The actual chicken run where Thor and the chickens are going to be in our backyard, we're gonna probably finish that up tonight. So we're really close to being able to move those chickens over, which is going to be a godsend, because right now we're having to move the 18 chickens. We don't have a coop for them, because I think we talked about, so like our old chickens, the ones that got really sick, they're fine. They've been fine for months. They haven't shown any issues, but I'm still weary of combining them. Based on everything, the two biggest things that like would be like you don't want to combine your flocks ever is Merrick's and MS and MG, and they never had all the signs of any of those. And when we did autopsies on a couple of the birds, they didn't show signs, especially of Merrick's. So I know for sure it's not Merrick's. The only thing that I'm like, maybe is the MS and MG. However, we weren't like super careful about like changing clothes between handling those chickens versus handling the new chicks, and nobody has shown any signs in the new chicks. Everybody's fine. And so I'm still on the weary side about combining them just in case. So basically what we're doing is we're keeping them separated right now. So we have a temporary run in our barnyard right now, and we take all of those the 18 chicks, which they're like 12 weeks now, so they're not chicks anymore. They should be in a coop. They come out and we put them in the temporary run during the day, and then we pick them back up and we put them all of them. Revelyn goes into the run and she chases each one down and she picks them up and we put them in the brooder. We did build a much bigger brooder, so they have plenty of space in there for nighttime. That's not an issue, but it's just a pain in the butt, you know, having to go out every morning, take them out into the run, then take them back and put them in the brooder. And that includes our new guys that we picked up. We have the 2 Sultans that are older, Clementine and Wilder, our Salmon Favorellis duo, and then we have our Imsamani, our 2 Imsamanis, females, and then we have our Imsamani rooster. So they're all in that temporary run right now, hanging out during the day, and then we take them all back. And the new guys, they don't go in the brooder. They're too big. We put them back in crates in our tack room so that they're just out of the wind and stuff. So it's just, they're fine. Like, it works for our chickens and they don't have an issue with it, and they have their run during the day and they're happy and content, and then they go back in at night. But it's just a lot physically on everybody to have to do that every night and every morning. So we're very excited not to have to do that anymore. But basically, they will all be moving over here. And what we're gonna do is the old flock, which is 12 laying hens, we are going to move them over in just their run and their coop. So they have a small run like inside their bigger free range run. We're gonna move them for a couple weeks over into the barnyard with their coop and run, because if they end up staying over there, that's where they'll be, we're gonna move them to the barnyard. Where the chickens currently are, that's going to actually turn into where my stepdad keeps his tractor, and we're gonna eventually put like a door there. Like there's so much we're going to be changing long term. That barn is going to turn into a workshop, and we're gonna build a new barn over here. Like, a lot of things are going to be happening and changing. But so eventually the chickens won't be there. They'll need to move over. So we're going to short term keep them for a couple weeks just in their run and their coop. And basically what that's going to do is whenever chickens move, it causes some kind of stress, right? They're going to get stressed anytime a chicken moves because they are creatures of habit. 100% chickens are creatures of habit. And so even just moving them over to the barnyard will cause enough stress that if they still have underlying respiratory issues going on, then they'll show up again in that move. So if they're there for 4 weeks and nothing shows up, then we're going to move them over here, and they'll live happily the rest of their lives with the rest of the flock. And that will tell me too, if it comes back, like when they move, for sure they probably have MS or MG. And then, you know, we know, keep them separate, and we've just got lucky not giving it to our other chickens. You know, from my research, it seems like it exists in pretty much all flocks, backyard flocks at least. It exists in pretty much all of them. It just kind of shows up when they're stressed usually. But you know, they've all been good and we haven't lost any more, and I'm hopeful that it was just something that is not long term, and when we move them over, they'll still be perfectly fine. But I just don't want to take that risk just because they're fine now. I don't want to mix them and then find out, you know, them moving over here causes them to be stressed, which shows underlying issues, and then we see, oh crap, they are still sick, and now they've also been in direct contact with the rest of our flock. So we just don't want to deal with that. So just to be on the safe side, which like I said, they haven't shown all the signs of everything, but I just want to be on the super, super safe side because these are our chickens and we don't want to get any more sick. So we're just gonna play it safe, and that's what we're gonna do. There's a lot of things coming this spring. You know, we want to get a dairy cow. That's on our list of things to get. We definitely want to get another horse. So Lab and Cowan will each have their own new friend, which right now they're best buds and they stay together. But when a new cow and a new horse come in, they'll probably separate ways, and the cows will stay together and the horses will stay together, which is normal. So yeah, there's a lot. There's so much that's going to be happening hopefully this spring. You guys will just have to stick around to see it all. But in terms of the house, if you guys want to keep up with like everything we're doing inside, and you know, there's a lot of projects I have planned and things that I could have done with the builder but decided that it'd be more fun and also more cost effective to do ourselves. So we have a lot of things that we're gonna be doing. So if you wanna keep up to date on that, definitely go check out my other channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this and this little update again. I'm sorry we didn't record the process of like moving in. I know that's an exciting thing to watch. I enjoy watching vloggers that I like watching. I like watching when they move too. But hopefully you guys, and I know the majority of you guys do understand the need to just like really enjoy the moment, not get caught up in the camera, and just kind of relish in this time of like finally having our own space again after so long. It has been so good for the kids. I already noticed a vast difference in their attitudes. I noticed a difference in myself, like even me with eating, for instance. Like I feel like I probably did a lot of like stress eating at the last house. Like going grocery shopping or being out, and like, you know, we were out for my birthday last night, and just the shift in like my cravings and things that I typically would have wanted to eat this last year, it was like it was gone. So just like definitely a weight lifted off my own shoulders too, having my own space. Our kids just seem happier. They seem less stressed because, you know, when they want to be loud, they can be loud for a bit. And it's been good for everybody, I think. And I know my parents too are very excited to have their own space. They have lots of renovation plans for their house too, which I'm sure my mom will let me share some of that with you guys too. So I definitely will, as long as they're okay with it. Yeah, they're gonna be ripping out floors and changing them. They're doing all kinds of fun stuff. They have quite a big house to basically do whatever they want, and just the two of them. So they have like movie room plans and all kinds of things they're gonna be doing that they're very excited about, and they've been planning for a while. So they're starting on that right away too. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to update you guys on. I don't think there is. We covered Ren's accident, moving in, why we haven't been vlogging, chickens. I don't know. I think that's probably it, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for following our family, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye.